Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to use recurring payments in project.co. So let's dive into our demo account. Okay, and for this demo I'm going to set up a new project. So I'll go to create new project and I'm going to name this recurring payments demo. I'll hit enter to create the project, and to start I'm just going to add a group and another user as well. So if I come down here and I'm going to add Craft Brewery as a group, and I'm going to add Jenny Marvin as the client user. Okay, so if I click done, and now we just want to add the tool, payments. Okay, so we now got a project and we've got a payments tool. So if I go into the payments tool, you'll see that we have no payments. But if we want to set up a new payment, we can just click the link here or click on new payment. Both do the same thing. And now what you'll see is you've got the option to create a one-time payment, which is a single payment, or you can create a recurring payment, which will create a payment which will be taken on a regular cadence. So as this is a recurring payments demo, we're going to do a recurring payment, and we're going to add a description first off. So we're going to call this a monthly design subscription. And we're going to choose a group for the payment. We don't have to do that, but what this does is it actually then shows on the invoices the the payment from as well as the payment to. So the group will be the payment from. The group is effectively the company paying the invoice. So I've added Craft Brewery earlier, so I'm going to choose Craft Brewery as the group to pay. And now what we need to do is we need to select the Stripe product. So Stripe is the payment service that the recurring payments work through. And what we need to do is we need to choose a Stripe product for the recurring payment. The Stripe product is effectively the name of the product, the price, the payment frequency, and the tax rates as well. So before you can create a recurring payment in project.co, you need to set up a product, at least one product in Stripe before you do that. And you also need to connect your Stripe account to project.co as well. Once you've connected your Stripe account, your Stripe products will all show in this list here. So if I click into this list, they'll all show. If you need to go and create a new product, you can simply click this link here. Stripe will open and you can create a new product. Then you can click the refresh button and it will refresh the list with all the updated products that you've created. So if we come in here, we can choose a product, and what you can do is you can set up products for every different thing that you might create a subscription for. So that could be a different price, a different currency, a different frequency. You can set those all up in Stripe, and then you can choose which product you want to use for this particular subscription. Makes it really easy to choose a subscription for each recurring payment that you want to create. So in this instance, we want to use this monthly design subscription, which is $9.95 US every month. Okay, now we can see here we've got $9.95, and we want to notify Jenny Marvin. And I'll also notify my demo user as well, so I can show you the recurring payment notifications in a moment. Okay, so if we click save, you'll see we have one new monthly design subscription set up here. Okay, so basically we can click view details to go and view the payment details, or you can click in the options button and view details or delete here. So let's go and view the details for this recurring payment. So we can see we've got a recurring payment from Craft Brewery, and the payment to is ourselves. You can see that the payment description is monthly design subscription, and it's awaiting for the first payment here. So we just have a make payment button at the bottom. So the client can come in here and click on make payment. And when they do, I'll show you how that looks. So it will just simply open up the Stripe checkout page, and you can see that the design subscription details are here and the pay by card details are on the right hand side. Of course, in your Stripe you can also set up Google Pay and Apple Pay and other payment services as well to show alongside this, so you can give people more payment options. If I quickly add in the Stripe payment details, or the payment details should I say, see that tax is automatically calculated in here as well. And that will also be based on your tax settings within Stripe. So depending on where people are located, the tax will also automatically be calculated too. So if I now click subscribe as the customer, I could also actually do that as myself, of course, but this is pretending we're the customer. You can see that the payment is processed. And after a short amount of time, that's marked as paid. So we can now see the recurring payment details page looks slightly different. We've still got all the same things up the top, but we've got a paid line here with an invoice, so we can see the date that the subscription was started, and we can see that that's been paid. We can see the amount now including the tax, and we can click to go and view that invoice as well. So that will be a full invoice for each payment that's made. It's broken down by subtotal, the tax, the total, amount paid, and any balance that's due. So that can also be downloaded as a PDF as well. So if we just hop back in our navigation here, we can go back to the recurring payment details page, and we can see the line below. 1 month later, we can see that the next payment's expected, and that'll be 995, obviously, plus the tax as well. One more thing that we've got here is the subscription details button. So the make payment button has actually changed to a subscription details button, and this is so that yourself or the client can go in and see the details of the subscription, and also cancel the subscription as well. So they have total control over cancelling their subscription, which is obviously very important as well. So if we click this subscription details button, we'll see we're taken back to Stripe, and you now have the details here. So we have the card details, the payment method, email, and invoice history, so they can get their invoices through Stripe as well. But they also have the ability to cancel the plan here as well. And if they do cancel the plan, you'll be notified too. So let's test this out. If we click cancel plan, they'll be told that about the details of the plan. Your plan will be cancelled, but it's still available until the end of the period. And then if you click cancel plan, they get a pop-up to ask why they've cancelled, and thanks for your feedback. So you can see this has now been cancelled. If we return to project.co, we can go in here and we can see the recurring payment details page says this has now been cancelled. And just to show you how this looks as well, how you'll be notified, if I go into my notifications here, you can see that this recurring payments demo project, we got a notification that a recurring payment was requested. We got a notification when the payment was successful, and we've also had a notification when the recurring payment has been cancelled. And on here you can see the time it was cancelled, which is the actual date it's been cancelled, which is today, and the and also the when it'll come to the end of its term as well. So you can see that the term is 1 month on, because the subscription will effectively run out at the end of the term. So if we just jump back here, one thing that I just also wanted to point out to you is if we go back to the subscription details page, the branding of the Stripe hosted pages is all down to your Stripe account. So you can set your logo, your colors, and that'll be for the payment page and the portal page as well, where people can renew and cancel and things like that as well. So that branding is down to you. Of course, people can also come in here and renew plans that have been cancelled as well. So the client will also have control over renewing, cancelling, and paying for their subscriptions, just as you will yourself as well. So I hope that's useful, and if you have any questions about recurring payments, please get in touch with our support team, because we'd be very happy to help.